share, and subscribe to all of my subscribers. Hey, y'all. And if you're new to my channel, hey, hopefully you guys are having a good day today. This is just a general reading. Please only take the messages that corresponds to your situation. And let me get started with you guys with the finishing up with this continued series of letting go. So what is the perspective to let go when it comes to healing? You have spaceship. Don't be afraid to sing. Flower. Be honest with yourself. Some of you may need to speak up. Some of you need to express your talents here. Some of you are suppressing yourself. Some of you are needing to work on your throat chakra, your confidence here. That's a big thing. Some of you may need to hold space for other people as well. In order to have the kind of connections you desire. Some of you may need to set boundaries when creating new spaces for people to enter into your universe here. But you have to be honest with yourself. Are you ready for, connections or getting out to have new connections with people? Um, Even with realigning yourself, especially if you have done a lot of work, are you able to hold space for people that's needing to work on themselves or what have you? Where are you as you have grown on your spiritual journey? So you may have to be honest with yourself. Don't be afraid to show your creativity or be expressive of yourself. So somebody's suppressing. Guarding. It says something lovely will grow from this. So when you be open and honest with yourself and not be afraid, when you are expressing yourself creative, like your creative self, it's like things do work out for you or good things come from it. Even with these connections, you setting boundaries, you speaking up for yourself, or you holding space for other people, good things do happen. So something good will come of this because you planted the seeds and waited for them to grow and harvest. Some of you are needing to embrace. It says lioness. You have earned all your stripes. So you have been through the battle. You have done some spiritual work here. Some of you have definitely been working on yourself. So whether someone, depending how their vibration is, not all people that is not on that spiritual path are just non-vibrational. They just are not aware of certain things that you may be aware of. And maybe that's a topic where that's why you are connected with that person to give them some type of insight, and guide them. You never know why you come into certain connections. Only you will know in that time frame. Some of you have done a lot. You worked on your body, you worked on yourself, your mental health, um, even with obtaining knowledge, reading, absorbing, researching, you know, being in your gifts, focusing on your talents, doing the groundwork. have the Queen of Coins here. Some of you are very mature, very successful, very practical, very nurturing here. Some of you have done a lot of work in order for you to become this type of Queen of Pentacles. That's more like the Taurus. You focus on securities, stability, nurturing. Some of you are very like, um, I would say like very comforting to others. You have that maternal like instinct way about you. Some of you have been very persistent, very dependable. Okay. You have the Two of Cups. Yeah. There's a respect of people that may come around. Like, even when I say developing these friendships or connections here, there's some type of respect that people have for you because of how you are and how you carry yourself. You know, the things that you have grown through. People may like to listen to what it is that you have to say. It's a lot of people that get you. It's some type of mutual understanding, some type of bond that you create with people. Now, there's could be also when it comes to love. You know, it may be a love that may come in, um, that you have done the work, they have done the work, where it just works out for you guys. It could lead to marriage, it could lead to a proposal, but there's some type of deep connection because you have grown. Some of you are ready for these phases in life. Some of you are have learned to, speak up for yourself and say what it is that you desire in the connection, or express your love language. Um, when you are maybe looking, or when this person do come into your life, you don't feel so intimidated. You don't feel like you have to suppress yourself. It's like you can be direct. I know what it is that I want. I understand how to compromise, this and this. You could be putting it all out on the table here. Yeah. Some of you had to learn to say no. You're not carrying the burdens of relationships, friendships. You're not carrying the weight anymore. It's like you're letting it go. Sometimes things may have been too heavy to carry when it came to relationships, the burden, the emotions behind it, the breakup. Even when it comes to friends, like, oh, you always the person reaching out, you're the person that's always calling. You're not carrying that burden anymore. You the person that always got to make the plans, or you the person that always have to pay, or you have to choose the place. Like, this person never makes decisions, or when you may need someone to check on you, they're not checking. You're not carrying those burdens anymore. Hmm. You have the Nine of Coins here. Yeah. A lot of you are self reliant. You are thriving um, at work in your creativity when you do come into these connections. So it's like you're securing your own self. You self reliant. You're very independent. You're not looking for anything material outside of yourself. It's like you are whole, you feel whole. You know, you could provide for yourself. You can do this. You can get up and go if you need to, or you will be stepping into this energy where you can indulge in the things that you desire to indulge in, no matter what that may be, that is high vibrational for you. Some of you could have reflected on what it took to get to where you are. Some of you had to let go of a lot of different relationships in order for you to grow and to accomplish your own goals here. Some of you had to learn to say no. Maybe you were the breadwinner, and every time there was something, people always depended on you, but you had to learn to say no in order to keep what it is that you have or what you have earned or what you have created. You had to learn to set those boundaries and speak up for yourself. Some of you, you could be coming into this money. There could be some type of surgeons because of the work you put out. Maybe you paint, maybe you sing, whatever it is, you're going to reap some type of harvest because you planted the seed. Some of you could be leveling up at work, promotions. Someone needs to be honest with themselves, not to sabotage yourself anymore. It's a lot of things that you desire and you deserve, and it's like you downplay yourself. You can't do that anymore. Someone wants it all, but it's like they don't feel like they deserve to have it. The house, the home, the family, the wife, the kids, the husband, the dog, the cat, the birds, the career, the business, the vacations. Don't suppress yourself. You have the temperance, Sagittarius energy. Yeah. Some of you need to have a new perspective of yourself. You need to also balance your finances and be responsible in how you're dealing with it. You also had the Queen of Swords that fell out as well. Yeah, you have to be honest and protective of the things that you have worked so hard to maintain. You have to have harmony in the type of relationships that you're trying to create, or even with letting people in. Some of you are very protective. Some of you have gained a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom, a lot of discernment. Be patient with yourself. And I get, don't take things with an emotion, like from an emotional standpoint. Be more logical, and you know what to be logical with. What is this? Saying the truth. Some of you have some type of analysis paralysis when it comes to making decisions, especially when it comes to old people or friendships coming back up with the six of Six of Cups. Some of you, some of you feel insecure about old relationships or letting people come back in, whether if it's friends, romantic, or family. Take it how it resonate, or with coworkers. But somebody's gonna give someone a chance where you guys can celebrate here. Um, because you all have grown, whether it's the other side, your side, there's some type of growth that has taken place here with old friendships. People from the past, you know, they may not be as evolved as you are, like I said, spiritually, or the work that you have done intensively on yourself or putting that into your spiritual path, but they have grown and matured as well. There could be some type of celebration coming in. Some of you could be reuniting with people. Some of you learned how to make and perfect the recipe of lemonade out of life situations. So now it's like you have grown, you know how to handle things. Someone that will not be able to sway you anymore because, like I said, someone done this work. So it's not like these people can sway you or manipulate you, but you do have to set boundaries. You do have to set boundaries when it comes to certain connections. 8 of Swords. I get in the past that you could have felt trapped. You was blinded to the truth about how people may have treated you or the lack of support or input they put into the relationship or the connection, whether, like I said, friends, family, work, whatever, relationship. But it was like you had to come out of your head. You had to speak up and say what it is that you would tolerate or would not. It's like some of you could have had held yourself back a lot of times for speaking up for yourself. Some of you have to learn to release that. This is 8 of Swords. Don't feel obligated. Yeah, with this Four of Swords in the reverse here, some of you had the a lack of self care. Some of you could have felt burnt out from a lot of these relationships, where you needed mental strength and clarity in order to handle these type of people. They could have been very much draining, but it could have been all of the things that you repressed, suppressed, repressed about your boundaries. Yep. Some of you, there was a lot of manipulation. Something about a Capricorn could definitely be significant here. What is this? Some of you felt manipulated. Somebody, if this star card in the reverse, somebody could have been very bored. So they just did things because they could get away with it. You didn't set any boundaries, any clarity. You didn't speak up for yourself. You could have been around people. You could have had a lot of drive, a lot of ambitions towards your goals and aspirations where you could have been around people who lack that. You don't want to surround yourself with that. Some of you are afraid to like reunite with some people because you feel like they are in the same space. But if you have been in no contact, you don't know if these people have grown or not. Someone's having some type of financial security here. Something may not have been easy to obtain with this Nine of Wands here. Somebody felt drained at once upon a time, but it was all for it. You could have put a lot of effort and energy into becoming the person who you are in order to get to where you're going, especially when it comes to creating stability for your family, a legacy, leaving things behind, even just for yourself materially, things that you always wanted, places you always wanted to visit, or things that you always wanted to have. Some of you feel like you have the financial security, you have the stability, you have the knowledge, but it took a lot to get to where you were going. Somebody felt unmotivated or uninspired, like they could have been around people who didn't. They could always say, oh, yeah, they could see you being successful, but it was never like motivational or encouraging. So it's like somebody had to be self motivating. King of Swords. Yeah. Somebody had to make a lot of head over heart decisions when it came to people, places, and careers and dreams and aspirations, how to move without being consumed by their emotions. Oh, I'm no longer with this person, or I'm not talking to them. Someone didn't allow that to dictate their future or their present. However it may be, someone knew they had to make a head over heart decision that by choosing themselves, by choosing their goals, their talents, whatever that may look like for someone in order to obtain what it is that someone wanted. But again, it's the financial security, you being okay, making sure yourself is you are good, whether these people are around or not. Three of Wands. Yeah, a lot of you took the initiative to move forward. Some of you are on this leadership path. Like I said, you gained a lot of knowledge. You grew. You're successful. You're being more practical. You're being more grounded. You're not overly emotional where you were in the past. Some of you could have just, every little thing affected you. Every little thing somebody said, it affected you. Some of you needed to learn. You have to set boundaries. You have to take charge. Somebody had to learn to be open. Ace of Cups. You got some type of new relationship coming in. Somebody has some type of pure intentions. Whoever this may be. This could be just people coming back with pure intentions. They could be in a new energy, but it can definitely be somebody new as well. It's going to bring a lot of joy for whoever this may be for. Mm, what is this energy, please? You have a cross. Somebody could have felt like they were burdened by past relationships or had dealt with a lot of grief, had a lot of problems, but something had to grow someone. Somebody felt like they couldn't share some type of emotions when they were going through, like they didn't feel supported. They felt like they had to suppress some type of emotions or burdens or problems, everyday life things, just kept it to themselves. This could be a masculine, it doesn't have to be. But this masculine had to focus on self love and self care in order to become the type of man he desired to be. Something was fated to strengthen someone. Yeah, somebody, this masculine or this energy, he felt like there was, with the mouse energy, that there was some type of depletion. Somebody felt like it was some type of flaw with them. Somebody could have dealt with a lot of stress, something about their nervous system not being regulated. But somebody had to put in some type of consistent effort. So somebody could have felt like something was an error, but somebody had to put in consistent effort to make things work. Somebody may have to go into solitude, be quiet as a mouse in order to manifest what it was that they want. Because you do have this seven of pentacles type of energy here. Yeah, somebody had a lot of work to do. Somebody suppressed a lot of emotions and energy. And it may have stemmed from somebody's childhood. Someone had to learn to go back to that child state and focus on things they wanted to do. Like somebody could have been repressing their inner child. Somebody had to grow up fast. I had a hard like childhood. So they didn't get to play like most kids, or they didn't get to do a lot of things that most kids have done. So this man felt burdened by, it's a masculine, I should say. I shouldn't say man because it say man here, but this masculine energy felt burdened when it came to connections based off things from their childhood. So they could have held a lot of things in. That's what kept them from a lot of connections, or them just being yes to things they really saying no to. So they need to learn to let that type of self-sabotaging behavior go. If you haven't checked out the main read, you can check that out. It's just like a continuation of that. Mm-hmm. Oh. This man had to learn to trust himself. Could have been at a crossroads. They had a lot of multiple choices, probably hesitant in their decisions. This person was very tolerant of things that they should not have been tolerant of, especially when it came to friendships, family, co-workers. Like I said, somebody had to go down a new path here, learn what trust what trust look like, what loyalty looks like. Somebody had to learn how to reacquaint themselves um, when it comes to relationships. Somebody's looking for like the total package in their connections, very meaningful, some type of fulfillment, harmony, whether if it's friends, family, co-workers, however it may be, lovers. Someone had to learn how to be their own friend first, learn how to heal, learn how to put themselves first. Like saying no, it's okay. Somebody, that was something that someone struggled with, not speaking up. By doing so, somebody with the heart, yeah, could have had a blocked heart chakra here. They know how to give and balance. Somebody's learning to follow their heart. You have the Queen of Swords again with this bouquet. Some of you are reuniting with people. I don't know who this is. There's some type of makeup here where it's very pleasant at this state of where you have grown to. Somebody's very charming, very flattering. Someone's going to make someone's happy here. Somebody feels now they can speak their truth or be open to connections. Anything else? Oh, there's some type of news coming in, some type of letter, or somebody's going to reach out to somebody. Maybe they sending you a letter or texting, but there's some type of communication coming in for someone. Somebody's definitely going to be expressing how they feel. So you guys could probably just, take it slow, start reconnecting with people, especially if they're from the past. Um, Getting to know each other from where you are and not so much focused on what has transpired. Not trauma bonding is what I get. Somebody's able to see things from a new perspective. Okay. Okay. Rescuing myself. Today, I will not wait for someone to come to my aid. I am not helpless, although help may come. I'm my own rescuer. My relationships will dramatically improve when I stop rescuing others and stop expecting others to rescue me. Yeah, that's why I said some masculine energy here had to go in and do some type of healing work here. Mm. You have healthy giving. Today, I will practice healthy giving, understanding, and that caretaking and compulsive giving don't work. I choose what I want to give and to whom, when, and how much. It takes time to learn how to give in healthy ways. It takes time to learn to receive. Balance will come. Yes, I mean, you have to learn those lessons, as I stated, because the financial stability is coming in. The money is coming. You done some work here. So you don't feel like you're successful in some type of way or you don't have some type of financial security is coming. But you have to learn once again to say no. Or give, like I said, how you want to give. But you have to set those boundaries. Taking risk. Today, I will ask God to help me to begin to take healthy risks. I will ask for assistance in letting go of my fear of failure and success. I will ask for help in fully living my life so that I can start experiencing all the wonderful parts of my journey. So, someone could have done this work, like I said, taking risks, even like mending old relationships, but setting those boundaries, asking God, the divine, the universe, hey, I need help in this area. So it's like you're trusting. Take one more. Sorry. Accepting change. Today I will be open to the process of change. I will trust my higher power and believe that the place where I'll be dropped off is better than the place where I was left. Oh wait, sorry. I will trust my higher power and I will believe that the place where I was dropped off is better than the place where I was picked up. I know that change is necessary to take me wherever I need to go. Don't ask me why I'm adding words, but yeah. So, guys, you're going through a transformation. Some of you, this sounds like you have grown and understood the lessons that needed to be understood and making amends where they need to be made. Um, but hopefully, you guys enjoyed the reading. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Got to go. Bye.